some time, give a little bit of a briefing. Welcome. If you are watching this after the stream, hello. Maybe a minute, so if you want to skip forward a minute to get to the first game, that's absolutely fine. If you are coming in though, hello and welcome. We'll see if anybody jumps in. If they don't, that's fine. If they do, then lovely. As we'll hold it till 2, which is only a few seconds away, so we're doing alright. Again, very quickly, if obviously you do see me looking down at my phone, I have the, I know the word, but I've forgotten it. Stream Manager, that's the words. I have the Stream Manager on my phone, so that's why I'm looking that way. Also, the camera confuses me because I turn that way and it goes the other way. I'm still getting used to that, but we are going to get going. We've gone the 2 weeks. We take on Luton today. Unfortunately, during that 2 weeks, Morgan Whittaker injured his knee, which has taken him out for 3 to 5 weeks. Just his bravery's going down, which isn't too much of a problem. He's also wanted by Millwall, but that's not happening at the moment. We also don't have Archie Brown for this game for 2 reasons. 1, he's suspended. 2, he also picked up a groin injury. So we're having to deal without those 2 for this game. Reason behind me titling the stream, Surely We Can't Keep Winning, is because surely we can't. We've won way too many games already. Lee Buchanan's going to come in. Knight is wanted, which might not be the worst thing. I'd rather not sell him to another championship team. Louis Barry gets to come back in, and it means Itten is onto the bench. He's not treated as a foreign player yet, which is good, but he will be, once we get to 2024, he has a work permit, because we made sure of that before we bought him. So we're fine on that front. Codeman and Alexander are making this really difficult in playing very flipping similar, well, putting in very similar performances to each other. We're going to go with this team. It's a game we should be winning, but Luton are a tricky team. They had that really good start to the season. They've dropped off a bit since, but they're going to be a very difficult team to deal with, I think. Or rather, I fear. They may be quite a difficult team to deal with. Pick right back up where we left off. That 5-1 against Middlesbrough before the international break. Can we keep the run going? Also, I have slightly changed the angle of everything, so I can actually sit back in my chair now. I'm not leaning forward and doing my back in, which is fun. So I've got a little bit more of a comfortable seat. If I fly forward, I'm going to be almost in your laps, which I'd rather not be. Sorry, no offence. Buchanan's going to get a ball in, headed away. Sibley's covered it well. Syndrome of that Berry in midfield. I think I've had him before, and he's actually decent. Saba's trying to cut in. Can he go back out? Can we go back out to Alpha? We do eventually, but it's because he's gone backwards. Sibley's got a bit of space in the middle. Oh, that's a heck of a ball. Oh, he was onside. I assumed that was offside. Barry hits the crossbar and he was onside. That's frustrating. But good start. We've got a chance in. I need Louis Barry to start finding some form again. The injuries knocked him out of form. Hopefully Hugill can keep his form going. A lot of shots early on here. Not sure whether it's because Luton are absolutely going for it, or if we're just working a lot of chances. So we might get another one here. They get a block in. But again, look at this. Lots of shots. Even some on target as well. Steers having a good game in goal. Already 5 on target, and yet none of them have been highlights. We've hit the bar as well. Brighton are behind to Norwich. West Ham are winning against Barnsley, which would have them closing in a little bit on us. Brentford are pegged back by QPR. Can we win the ball here? They've had to just hoof it away. Story's coming forward with it, which is interesting. Bird did really well there. That was not a great pass from Story. Barry in front. A lot of highlights where they just kind of have the centre-backs almost on the goal line to block it. Brentford now behind to QPR, which is a bit of a surprise. Half-time. Dominant, but no goals. We can still win this one. I don't like that my strikers are nervous. That's slightly worrying. They have a free kick. This is the kind of situation where we worry. And that's why. Keller has come out for it. Has got nowhere near it. The ball's just fallen to, I think that's a centre-back, Powdy O'Connor. It is. It's just fallen to him nicely. And that is why we are going to regret missing chances. Because you get something like that and you're behind. Can we work our way back into this? We've had plenty of chances already. O'Dowda's on a good run. And Jordan Hugill equalises. I'm not sure if he even knew that was coming at him. But we'll take it. O'Dowda again with an assist this time. Callum O'Dowda is really impressing me at the moment. Like, a lot more than I expected him to. But has that Luton goal woken us up a little bit? Buchanan has played okay. Burke making a bit of an advancement forwards. Sibley with an absolutely awful pass. And could we be in a bit of trouble again here? Luton have been getting chances. It's not like they haven't had any. Good tackle, Saba, doesn't matter. And somehow Williams has been able to cut inside after all of that. Collins' shot is blocked. But we've tackled them once and they've blocked, and we've blocked one. We finally got it back though. Sibley's just sprinting with it. Can he get it across? We'll take the penalty. Louis Sibley charges around everybody, wins the penalty. Actually, no, hang on. Barry's nervous. I'm going to let Hugill take it. He's been in good form. Hasn't taken a penalty yet. But if Barry's nervous, I'm not having him take it. Hugill in good form. There he goes. That's why you give it to the form player. John Hugill scores. And we have turned it around. Although, kick-off highlight. And it seems to have been recently that the team taking the kick-off has actually had the chance. Though Sibley with a good tackle on Mpanzu. And we could break here. Hugill had a bit of space, didn't really use it. If Saba wants to make a move, he's moved too late there. And we've gone all the way back. He went a little bit too late on that one. Berg's got a good ball out to Saba though. He likes cutting inside, doesn't he? Barry, can we find another Hugill goal? Saba down the wing. Give it to Alpha. Nice. And cross. Back post to O'Dowda! And Callum O'Dowda, who is in sensational form right now. Penn Osborne's not even playing at the moment because O'Dowda's in such good form. Unfortunately, we've scored 3 goals in 6 minutes and massively turned this game around. We're going to take Barry off for Cedric Itten and hopefully get a little bit of form for him. And we're going to bring Saba off for the youngster Kobnan. And another Luton free kick. This has been pretty much their only source of chances. Man at the back post completely unmarked. What on earth was that marking? And another defender goal for Luton. 2 free kicks, 2 goals from defenders. James Bree, the right back. Their defenders have got some very good shooting abilities. I know the O'Connor one was an open goal, to be fair, but still. Now I'm concerned. It's only a 1-goal lead. And another free kick is going to put us in trouble here. I have no idea why he was so unmarked. Copeland gives it away. And we might throw this away. And Panzu's just not being tackled at all. Fortunately, quite a bit wide. We're putting ourselves under needless trouble here. We've got a free kick of our own, though. Oh, that got a little bit weird. Still at that bounce. That could have ended quite badly. If they go long, can they win that? Nope, Alpha's there. He always got Hugo with a good pass. Where's Codenan? I think Hugo might have been fouled there. There's Codenan. Dionku's come by him. Pull it back. Codenan! Oh, nearly another goal for the youngster. He's got 1 already. That would have been a very comforting goal. 5 minutes added time. Luton still have a chance to get back in this. Story gets it away. Another corner. And it could be 3 set-piece goals. Collins! And it's 3 set-piece goals for Luton. A 93rd minute equaliser. And we've blown a 3-1 lead on 3 set pieces. They've not deserved anything from that game. We've just completely failed on set pieces. With the defensive performances we've been putting in recently, and then Luton score 3. Now we've got 2 really, really difficult games coming up. I think this is where it starts to go wrong. This is where we start to come back down to earth. It's the fact that it couldn't just be like a couple of regular goals and a set piece. No, 3 set pieces. That is all Luton did. Set piece, set piece, set piece. I like that if you just click the top one, it immediately just assumes you're in a rage. They fought back at the end. I wasn't too impressed. Apparently we're throwing a lot of points away. That was an incredible finish from the Luton right back. I don't know how he's pinging one in like that. They were lucky. There's no denying that. 3 times you just hoof the ball into the box, and 3 times you get on the end of it. Like, 1 was a goalkeeper mistake. 1, we just completely forgot to mark a guy who turned out to be a right back that could finesse one into the top corner from 18 yards. And the 3rd one was just, I thought he headed it over, and somehow it was in the net. At least their manager can admit that they were lucky. I think that was pretty clear that they were fortunate there. Oh boy, is it giving us a tough run now. Brentford and Brighton, 3rd and 4th in the league. Well, 4th and 3rd, respectively. Both away from home, having just absolutely bombed against Luton. How many set-piece goals are we going to concede in the next 2 games? Ah, goodness me. games never end 3-2 either. I've noticed that with Football Manager. You never have a 3-2. It's always either 3-1 or 3-3. Don't know why. Never known why. But you never get a 3-2. I think Joe Hart played outfield again for the under-23s, and we got a draw. Hopefully, actually, Hart was on the bench there, but no, I think Joe Hart might have been playing on the pitch again. In which case, he's had a very, very weird season. But I'm not looking forward to these next two matches. They are going to be absolutely horrible. Let me have a look here, actually. Does it say Hearts? It says Hearts in goal. Got a couple of injuries for Brailsford and Penfold. So we're picking up plenty of injuries, which is always great. But the fact that we just scored 3 and didn't win, how our defence just completely crumbled there. Probably, I'm going to blame Buchanan just because I can. We'll just say it's Lee Buchanan's fault, because why not? Ben Osborne's actually 3rd in most tackles per game from left mid. That's odd, but okay. Maybe we should have played Ben Osborne at left back. I don't know, that would have been interesting. It is so cold. It's me, it's been cold this week. So apologies if I'm sniffling or if I'm having to like scratch my nose or whatever. It is just cold. Now we've got to try and make something happen out of these next 2 games, which is going to be very, very difficult. And they're within 3 days of each other, which is even better. Not. So we're going to have a few tired legs. Apologies if it's a little bit quiet right now. I'm just waiting for things to happen. Brentford is a team that we were linked with last season. We didn't end up doing anything with them. They didn't even interview us, or did they? I think they might have interviewed us, actually. They did. I'm remembering now. We interviewed with Brentford. They went with Dean Smith. They're having a pretty good season, so you can't say they were wrong. And they're in very, very good form right now. Yes, I'm very aware you're not happy with the O'Connor loan. Neither am I in particular. That might be something in January. We might send O'Connor back. Just because he is not playing that much. In fact, we might send a few of the loan players back, actually. Robertson has sort of been in and out of the team. He is useful. So I'm not sure I'd want to send him back. Barry has gone out of form, but hopefully he can find it again. So we'll keep him. Who else is on loan? Alexander. I might send him back. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I think one of the loans might only be till January anyway. I could be wrong there. As Cebulski gets an assist. And one of our staff is doing their next badge. Under 23s pick up another point. Brailsford got hurt again, and a lot of yellow cards, but a 0-0 draw. They are fighting. Third bottom, but they're fighting. Fair play to them. We're giving it a go. Yes, we get closer to this game, and that Luton result's starting to make me feel less good about our potential in these matches. I'd almost be tempted to go a little bit more counter, but I don't really want to do that. I don't kind of want to have us backing up or just not sending the players forward we normally would. Because I want to give Sibley the ability to get forward. Now it's Brighton Palace. Brighton Palace is one of the most random rivalries I think I've ever witnessed. Madada and Hugh Gill getting Team of the Week again. I think that's 2 match weeks in a row that they've got in the Team of the Week, which is impressive from those guys. Especially Callum O'Dowda. He has really been impressive recently. Like, surprisingly impressive. He was kind of just brought in as a throwaway backup almost. And he's just decided to be sensational. Are they just going to be asking me about... They've asked me about 5 individual players. I think they asked me about 5 individual players and about 7 questions there. Not sure why they got so obsessed with asking about singular players. But our under-18s have a Youth Cup 3rd round game against QPR as well. A cup run for anyone is nice. Except Paddy Julian's gone and injured his knee. Our youth team is getting just dismantled by injuries right now. I think it's because they're playing the same way as we are, so we're quite intense with the way we're playing, and it's kind of killing the youngsters, unfortunately. But we remain top. Brighton win the A23 derby with a 91st and 92nd minute goals from Oliver Burke. Goodness me. That was the late show. Reading 5, Hull 5 with a 92nd minute equaliser for Reading. That's a heck of a game right there. Barnsley win again. They're back to 5th. Southampton lose to Bristol City. Bristol City needed that. But a good 5-5 and a dramatic ending to a derby game. has provided a pretty good Tuesday of football in the Championship. Hopefully we can provide a pretty good Wednesday. There is Millwall QPR. That's a feisty fixture right there. Can we provide a pretty good fixture in London as well? Taking on Brentford. Random thing, I've seen Brentford's old ground. So they moved into a new one last year. I've seen their old ground. Haven't seen the new one. It's supposed to be pretty nice as far as I'm aware. Still don't think we need a recruitment analyst because for some reason Liam Rosenior is just covering everything. Swansea have hired a new manager in Thompson. Can't say I know who that is. I'm very not aware who Thompson is, but there we go. Hey, under 18s won anyway. Stanton again with a standout performance. Devine scores. And everyone played pretty well. Lance Neal, 15-year-old. That it's just thrown in there because we haven't got enough players. We get a 3-0 win. The under 18s advance. And now, senior squad. West Ham are away at Blackburn. He wants to make Ben Osborne vice-captain. Oh, he's Will Volk's vice. Right. That would explain that one then. So we return back to Archie Brown, obviously. Dionku is a yellow card away from suspension. I think we're going to keep faith in everybody else, though. We promised to give Story more football. I do want to keep him around. So we are going to give him a few games. Middlesbrough game went quite well. Last one, much less well. Can we keep our run going? We're wearing our... I'm still not sure. I should probably check if this is actually the away kit or the third kit. Obviously, the white kit wouldn't work and the pink kit wouldn't work against Brentford, so we do have to pull out this one. In what is going to be a very, very difficult game. They've got Might and Force and... Might and Force? Sounds like you're trying to say Mighty Force. As Blackburn get off to a very fast start against West Ham. We may need some results to go our way in the next couple of games. I did actually look at Grimes. Is that the Swansea one? What a ball. What a save by Kelleher. And that was onside. What a save by Kelleher that is. That is... I mean, let's just praise Kelleher on that one. I don't know how to say his first name. But what a save. Mighton was clean in. That was a great start. And he did get a massive boost for that one. We have done absolutely nothing so far. And it's another corner. Force at the front post, it's off the bar. We've just forgotten how to defend, apparently. Set pieces that we were defending before, we've completely forgotten, and Matt Grimes makes it 1-0. Well, we're playing terribly. I'm sure what we're supposed to do in this situation. They're just playing really flipping well. Oh, it's another corner. We've actually headed this one vaguely away. But that's Joe Roden, isn't it? The Spurs centre-back. They're just going to knock it around and Mighton's going to fire it wide. Yep, we look terrible right now. We might as well just put more bodies forward. Because we're not defending anyway, so we might as well just attack. This a very long ball. Kelleher's going to get there. He's going to have to use his feet. He does well, actually. For having to use his feet in that situation, he did quite well. Oh, goodness, mate. I don't even think there's anything I can do in this situation. I think we are just playing badly. Just from what I'm seeing here, we are just playing really badly. It's one of those games. O'Dowd the long ball towards Hugill. Ethan Pinnock. Almost a Pincock. Ethan Pinnock is there. Louis Barry from range. At least it's a shot. It's something. We just needed something. It's been an absolutely shocking start to this match. And if we were going to pick a game to play really, really badly, this was not the one. This was definitely not the game to choose. But we are in all kinds of trouble at half-time. Absolutely terrible performance. I don't even think this isn't even a tactical issue. This is just playing really badly issue. And can we get something here? They block the cross. Sibley back in, and it's straight to Gunnarsson. I think Gunnarsson leads the league in clean sheets at the moment. Obviously, Brentford have been extremely good. Brown with a header, but it's just to absolutely nobody. Ball over the top. Force fires from 20 yards, and it's the classic FM goal. That is most goals that happen in Football Manager will be the striker from 25 yards. It's just been a really, really bad performance. I think that's all I can really put this down to. They haven't been good. You look at their average ratings. They haven't been good. We've just been absolutely terrible. As you look at ours, and it's 6.1, 6.4 at best. Brown with a clearance. Hugo's got Louis Barry. If he can try and win a penalty. Well, he's actually round everyone. Gunnarsson just seemed to teleport a little bit there. He just seemed to teleport in front of the ball, which was a bit odd. Saba's having an absolute shocker. And Hugill is just very angry right now. And we are not getting back in this one. So we might as well bring him off. Give him a rest. Let him calm down. And bring on Itten. There's the fact that it's also been 2 thunderbolt strikes from outside the box. Like, it's not just regular goals. It's absolute belters from miles out. Yonke with a clearance. Barry's got it. This is very similar to the Everton game. Copeland's got some space there. Pulls it back to O'Dowda. Sibley. The Brentford defence is just too good. Fosu Mensah, Roden, Pinnock and Henry. That is a very good championship defence. And at least we're starting to try a little bit now. It's probably too late. I mean, there is definitely time to score at least 2. We are playing a little bit late. Barry low ball cleared away by Henry. Covenant's got the space though. Henry came inside. Doesn't even try and take him on. And we lose the ball. No, it's just been an absolutely shocking performance. It might be 3 again. No. This time the 25-yard from the striker, 25-yard shot from the striker actually didn't go in. Can we at least get 1? Jonku drilled in away by that. Is it Shvev? Whatever his name is. That's a great ball. And Louis Barry makes it 2-1. And it gives us a chance. It's a way back in. I would imagine that they're just going to slam the door on us now, though. That was a nice goal. I would imagine they just slam the door shut. Well, they've got a free kick now. So it's going to be yet another free kick. And they've actually pulled it back to Reed, who's just going to walk in on goal. And he's going to miss. Set piece defending does not make sense in this game. It just literally does not make sense. Can we get one more chance? Brown down the line for Osborne. It's over here. We need an error from them. It's tacked away and Force has just destroyed us. We've been destroyed by the Force. The Zakiri hits the bar. It was almost another 20-yard shot in the back of the net. And we're going to fall to our second defeat of the season. And the most disappointing part about it is just how bad we were. We were just really, really bad. I suppose the fact we only lost by 1 is a positive. Kelleher gets our highest rating of the match. West Ham actually pegged back. Apparently I'm furious again. Just the top 2 result in fury, apparently. Yeah, we're also not scoring that much either. He's back again. Mr. Schuster was back in the crowd. Apparently you just can't click the top 2 without everyone thinking you're an absolute angry maniac. So that's fun. I did want that Grimes, actually. I did look at him. Unfortunately, Brentford got him, and unfortunately, he goes and scores a 20-yard screamer. But we are hitting a rough patch right now. I know we've lost 1 game in 9. We've only lost 2 all season. This is a rough patch. When you start hitting these games in Football Manager, you feel it and you know that you are not going to win for a little while now. You are aware of it. You become very, very aware that you are not going to win for a little while. And we're just going to have to deal with it. Especially with the sort of top teams that we're playing right now. Once we get out of this Brighton game, I think we've got Millwall and then Portsmouth. But if we can't win either of those, we're on a downward spiral. We need to turn it around there. This Brighton game is almost a throwaway. I'm convinced we're going to lose. If we don't, then massive bonus. But my focus is more on those Millwall and Portsmouth games. I certainly didn't expect this to last, and it hasn't. We can't defend set pieces for the life of us all of a sudden. I don't know why it's just an instant thing that's happened that we have no idea how to defend. Yeah, I'm very aware. I think that's twice in a week he's come up and said it now. But there's been 1 game, and he's like, wait, you didn't play that game either? Ah! He is not having a fun time with me. I wonder if Newcastle are still top of the Prem. If they're still top of the Premier League, I'll be extremely impressed. The doubt is there. My high doubt of Newcastle still being top of the Premier League. Very much in full flow. We certainly won't be winning Manager of the Month this time. With a draw and a loss in there, we will not be winning it. We won't even be in the top 3, I'd imagine. But when you got Brentford, Brighton, these teams going on runs like this, I know we did, but unfortunately they're into them now. So they're catching us very quickly. And we're having to play them at the same time, which is even more drop points. It's interesting, as soon as we actually tried to attack them a little bit more, we did a lot better. Hey, my Wagorn, where's he at now? Oh, he's retired. He actually retired at the end of last season, but I didn't see him, obviously, because I didn't get there before he finished his career. He was ahead of his development. Drive them on to do better, I really hope. And Lamptey is a top player. But it seems to think Story's going to be an important player for this game. He's probably not even going to play, to be honest. I think I'm going to put Knight back in because we just seem to have vanished defensively. Story started quite well after he asked to play more, and I was like, yeah, sure, we'll play you more. And now he seems to have very much backed off, unfortunately. Sunderland had one of the worst records defending corners. Really, we're up there too. There's Hugo wins Player of the Month. Very nice. And Festi Ebasile gets 3rd in League One Player of the Month. Also, hold on. Bobby Joe Dunk. What a name. Oh, he's on loan from Southampton. Damn. I was hoping he'd actually come through the Rotherham Academy because I'd have had a look at him. But he's actually a Southampton player. Good to see Festi Ebasile up there. Doing well for Bristol Rovers. He was injured at one point. He very obviously must have returned. Good to see Hugo winning Player of the Month. And dedicating the award to me. What a lad. Soon, he is older than me. What am I in 2023? 27? I'm trying to work this out. I think I'm 27. Oh, Arteta's been really nice to me. What a lad. Oh, Mikel Arteta. Board on... Oh no, they're still absolutely buzzing. I thought it would have come down after the past couple of games, but it apparently hasn't. Swansea are in the bottom 3, and Oxford are the ones that have escaped. Go on, Oxford. Bristol City beat Crystal Palace. Bristol City are on a good run right now. Is the Palace job available? Oh no, it already came up. They hired him. He's doing no better. Mr. Igor Tudor is apparently doing no better for them. Yeah, so you can see there, next week, Millwall at home. That's a win. But also, I'm probably less confident going into it anyway, because it's Football Manager. And also, whenever I hit sort of December, not so much December, it's normally January. It's normally January, February time is where I just start losing every single game. I don't know what it is about that period of time. There's just so many struggles. And they're seemingly just random struggles. Anyway, ask me about why didn't I take Sibley off in that Brentford game. I could have subbed the whole team, we were that bad. It was good to see Louis Barry get back on the score sheet. It's been a little while since he scored. It's good to see him find the net. It was a good confident finish too, which has been missing recently. I still withhold that only losing that game by 1 is actually a positive. The saying you lost is not normally a positive, but when you played that badly and you only lose by 1, it gives you hope that if you do play some of the lesser teams, and even if you play badly, you can get something out of it. It's just unfortunate that we decided to play terribly against Brentford, of all teams. That is not a team to choose to play badly against. I would say that we probably don't actually need all that many more points. Yeah, so Eric's going to get rejected. That's absolutely fine. Does his contract end in 2024? No, it actually doesn't. That's awkward. Itten will get one. Penfold's still progressing. He's inconsistent, lacks a bit of composure, which is slightly worrying. His passing isn't brilliant either. I think he would just come in as probably a cover defender. I wouldn't sort of force him into playing as a ball-playing defender, because I don't think that would end well. Unless his composure and passing really improve, I'm not going to push him into kind of doing that. Because it's just going to result in more problems than it is solutions. Can we just get through? This is one of those games where you just kind of want to get it out of the way. I mean, a very tough run, though. 4 games in which we played 3 of the top 6. And we're one of the top 6. So, Barnsley wasn't all that long ago. But it will mean that we've played everyone in the top 6. But we'll also be 20 games into the season. So this is going to be our, like, back end of the season running. Which is going to be awful. This might seem stupid. It probably is stupid, to be honest. Bird is tired. Just going to leave Finley Robertson coming in. So we're not even going to have a ball-winning midfielder. Saba was absolutely horrendous last game. So I'm just going to drop him entirely, to be honest. And other than that, Knight's going to come in. I thought Knight was a yellow card away from suspension. I'm sure he was. Hang on. So was Alpha Dionku. Oh, we've tipped over. We've tipped over to the point where it's now 10. Okay, good. It does mean if you hit 10, that you get a 2-game ban. 3 changes from a terrible performance against Brentford. And we're just going to we're just going to go at Brighton. We're going to see what happens. Ivan Toney terrifies me. Tariq Lamptey terrifies me. And I don't see this going positively. Lamptey playing left wing back is interesting. They are going to play out from the back. We can get some pressure onto them, but they seem pretty composed right now. Good header from Burke. The ball through. Barry's on there. And it's in. Okay. Maybe positive is the way to go. Louis Barry back into scoring form. Lovely little finish. Took his time. As Brentford immediately score against Hull, I'm scared of that Brentford team right now. I'm glad we've got that game out of the way. The positive start against Brighton. I'm waiting for a set piece because they've got 3 centre-backs on the pitch. Can I praise us? Yeah, we're going to enjoy that praise. It's a free kick. Shot car up. Ooh, good header, Reece Burke. Oh, my word. An unbelievable strike. And Kelleher with an absolutely spectacular save. Cafaro with a ridiculous strike. What a save from Kelleher. He's pulled out 2 sensational saves in the last 2 games. Who is Jude Soonsup Bell? Oh, he's on loan from Chelsea. And he's very good, is what he is. Brighton have certainly come back into this game, but we still lead. An early goal from Louis Barry. I almost said Sibley. Louis Barry has us 1-0 up right now. How long is this going to last? Realistically, how long can we stay in front for? They've had a lot of chances, but not very good ones, apparently. Is it strange that I would happily accept a draw right now? If you said 1-1 right now, I would snap your hand off. I think I'm about to really annoy Max Bird here. I mean, 2 would be brilliant. 2 would be sensational. Oh, Hugo can't win it. And De Silva got there. Is that Josh De Silva, the Brentford midfielder? And now we might be in some trouble. Heck of a ball out to Marcus Leonardo. Challenge is missed. Ball in, back post, Gallagher. I mean, Sam Gallagher is massive. Is he really playing right wing? He is huge. The fella Archie Brown missed the header. Of all people, the 6'5" man misses a header. Come on. Kobnan we immediately gave the ball away, and Kobnan gets away with it. Gets away with it. We've certainly struggled in the second half. We've barely had a shot. They've had pretty much all of them. Felt like Gallagher, wide target man actually worked. Like, a wide target man actually scored a goal against a 6'5" fullback. How is Robertson tired? Why are you tired? What have you done? If they score in the 90th. I'll take that. I did say when we were 1-0 up, I would take a 1-1. And the game went, all right then. Here's your 1-1. It's frustrating that it was because my 6'5" left back couldn't head the ball. I know Gallagher is tall and he's a big guy, but come on. As if a wide target man actually scored. That's my biggest gripe. Someone playing wide target man actually scored. West Ham beat Coventry 2-1, so they're now level on points with us. And Brentford and Brighton are 2 behind. At least we kept Brighton 2 behind us. They would have passed us with a win, so kept them back. Not for me to say. We have to plan for a future without him. Too good to struggle for too long. 7-5! What a game! Conan Ong gets 5 goals in a 7-5 win for the under-18s against Forest. What a game. Goodness me. And just pop it like that. There we go. I know my face is not the main point of this, but if I'm going to be on here, I'm going to be on here properly. I did say I would happily take a draw. I mentioned that anything from that game would be a positive. We get a draw, I'll take the positive. The fact that we are even challenging here halfway through the season, the fact that we are even top, is wild. And the gap we've managed to create to 5th, it's kind of just 4 teams up here at the moment, all sort of just scrapping it out with each other. That maybe we should play positive a bit more. Although I'd imagine Millwall are going to play some counter-attacking football. So maybe that isn't the greatest idea. Maybe we start with it, see how it goes. And if it starts going horribly wrong, then we can back down to balanced. Like, as weird as it sounds, even if they score, it might be better for us to go back to balanced. Just because they would probably score by countering us. Because they are going to defend more if they are able to take the lead in the game. So it may actually work out better going balanced. But I mean, hopefully we don't go behind at all. We've got a recruitment meeting coming up. Envol's contract's coming up. I was not aware of that. We do want to keep him. Playing time in 24-25, regular starter. I'm not sure I can do that. I'm going to have to do it. That is quite the contract too. That release clause needs to go up. That is a very low release clause. It's like 9 million. Drop the wage rise and that. 7.5? Nope. 6.75. There we go. It's not a great contract though, to be honest. I would much like to improve that. Stephen Stanton's here as well. He wants a loan move, which is fair enough. Wants to be a breakthrough prospect as of next year. That's okay. What is with these people wanting so much money? Show that, there we go. No release clause on him, which is good. Other than that, oh, it's Richard Kershaw as well. He's on 1100 right now. He wants a loan move too. He's determined that he wants 1.9. There we go. Those are the three we're going to re-sign for now. And then recruitment meeting. Yeah, I'm really not bothered about a recruitment meeting. Not with a month to go. We've still got a way to go. Kind of tempted to give Alexander a run in the team. Just to see if he deserves staying. So I'm not 100% sure whether to keep him or not going into January. Because we certainly could think about it. But I'm not convinced. But I think it's more because I haven't played him enough. So I may need to play him just a little bit more. We've got a few days until the Millwall game now. So, a little bit of a slow run. I don't know why Sundays seem to take so long. It's a very strange one. It really takes a long time on a Sunday. think the players just really love recovery. They're just like, no, just keep me in the recovery room. Just leave me in here. Only Copenhagen has had 6 starts this season. I'm assuming a good amount of those are the League Cup. I don't remember starting him too much in the league. Because Josviak was starting the first sort of 2 or 3 before he was sold. And then Saba came in quite quickly into that right midfield spot. So, I don't know how long that's... I don't know how many of those are in the league. Can't imagine it's too many. At least we get a little bit of a break to allow our players to recover a bit. Get a scouting meeting. Millwall have Morgan Gibbs-White and Ben Pearson, who shockingly has a lot of yellow cards. When doesn't Ben Pearson have a load of yellow cards? That is just him in a nutshell. He's a new Bournemouth player, I think, now. Maybe he's off playing for Bournemouth now. He left Preston. Joined Bournemouth. Bournemouth are looking pretty good. Well, I say pretty good this season. They sacked the manager recently. So I suppose it's not that good. We've got a little bit of a run here. Let's find something to talk about. I always end up stretching. I think it's because I'm sat in a chair for a while. I always end up stretching at some point during the streams. I need to find something to talk about for the next 5 in-game days. If it would at least like come up with some interesting stuff, I could talk about that. But no, it's going to make me use my brain and come up with interesting things. Which, as you can tell, my brain's very bad at that. Chabulski 2 assists. He's playing pretty well out in Spain. Bartos. Good championship keeper. He's probably not going to get any better than a championship goalkeeper, though. And I was waiting for an injury. It's Alex Gilby, which isn't the worst. That certainly is not the worst. If it was Sibley, Robertson, or especially Bird, that would have been really bad. Gilby's alright. We can deal with that. Rather it was Will Volks. If you were making me pick, I'd rather it was Volks, but this is fine. Oh, hello, FA Cup 3rd round draw. Our under-23s lose again. And we get drawn against Salford, who are managed by Jamal Campbell-Rice. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. The Salford team that are doing very, very well in League 2. Their 2nd season back down in League 2. So we'll be seeing them, I assume, early January. And Salford City, very interesting team to be taking on. They will cause us problems. Especially with them being in such good form, being in 2nd in League 2. They'll cause problems. Spurs versus Manchester City is the big tie of the 3rd round. It's certainly an interesting one. I haven't got past the 3rd round yet. I made it to the 3rd round in the 1st season with Cheltenham. and we went out to Guiseley, bizarrely enough, and then went out in the first round in the second season to Forest Green in the rivalry match, which didn't help. And they were especially a division below us. So I didn't help myself there. So we haven't had the best of times in the FA Cup. We've certainly had better runs in the League Cup than we have the FA Cup. It'd be great to make a little run. And Salford is definitely a team that, well, we should be beating. As I said, I'm certain that they will cause problems. We're making some slow progression so far. As my brain still tries to come up with something to talk about. This is why it's so much, well, it's easier. It's not easier for streamers that have lots of viewers, because you're having to pick through a lot of rubbish in chat probably there. But if you have a good set of solid viewers that come by and are in the chat and talking, you can at least bounce off of them. I'm the kind of person that needs other people to bounce off. I can't come up with my own conversation topics about things. I really struggle with that. So I need other people to bounce topics off of to be able to keep a conversation. I'm not someone that can kind of just start talking. Well, once I start talking, I can do this. I can ramble on about absolutely nothing. But it's getting started is the tough bit. The getting started's the difficult bit. Millwall are going to be a weird one, because you know they're going to be a tough team. You know they're going to be a hard-hitting team. Hopefully we won't pick up too many injuries. So that's the major point from this. Let's not pick up too many injuries. I wonder if the Whittaker injury's been a big part of this. It'd be strange if it was, because we're still scoring. We just all of a sudden can't defend. We've gone from conceding 1 in 5 to conceding 6 in 3. I think putting Knight back in probably helped. Unfortunately, now the suspension rule has changed, so Dionku and Knight are not actually 1 away from suspension now, which is good. They've avoided the 5 yellow cards ban, just. Burke's got to be pretty close to another one. Penfold's got his 4-year deal, and Stefan Stanton has turned professional, so he's on his new deal, listed for loan and is wanted. So obviously we are really going to have to sort out loans and such next season, because I'm just going to basically loan out whoever wants to go out on loan at the moment, and then next season we'll pick out who's going to go on loan. And we'll pick out who's going to stay and play for the under-23s and under-18s, and then we'll build from there. Obviously, it's going to very much depend on what division we're in as well. Because we're either going to be in the Championship or the Premier League. We're not going to go down. I would like to confidently say we're not going to go down. Because if that happened, I would be sacked before relegation. And we would literally pick up 0 points from now till whenever I was sacked. Though I am slightly concerned about January. It's going to be very much trying to keep hold of certain players. Especially Max Bird. And there's going to be a lot of interest in him. I think there's going to be interest in Josh Knight. And if I can get a really good amount for him, then I think I would be willing to sell. Just. It would have to be a really good amount, though. And he would have to really want to go as well. As Kershaw also signs his deal. And good, he's wanted on loan as well. Kershaw apparently is meant to be our most talented potential player. So hopefully he can really bring it forward. Millwall apparently beat Derby last time. Oh dear. Stay with him. Yeah, we hope Luton can keep it going. We want to see Luton do well. That'd be nice. Wow, hello. Yeah, he's a very good player. Okay. He's someone to keep an eye on. If we could potentially get him at some point. It doesn't look like we would be able to. You got West Ham versus Swansea as the big game. I don't know why. West Ham never seem to be playing anybody at the top. Like, how do they just avoid all of the top teams? I guess when they played them, I just didn't notice. I guess that's the only reason behind that one. If you look at our next 3 games, Millwall, Portsmouth, Bristol City, all winnable games. When you're top of the league, you should be looking at those going win, win, win. Yeah. You can tell I'm not convinced. I'm very not convinced by any of that. But hopefully we can get a loan spell for Kershaw and a loan spell for Staunton. If we happen to sell like Knight or whoever, I don't want to sell Burke. If we sold Knight, Penfold would come in, and he'd probably be the 3rd choice ahead of Kevin Long. As somehow my under-18s have beaten Man United and Chelsea and have gone through in the cup. How have they done that? I'm confused. I'm very confused. This is fine. So Gilby's injured. So congratulations, Volch. You get to hop onto the bench. Saba is going to hop back. This is the game I want to give Alexander a go. But we'll have Saba on the bench ready to replace him. Bird's going to come back in as the balling midfielder. Sibley's going to play. Dowd wasn't great last time, but I'll give him this one. If he's not great this time, we can swap it back. John Story's going to come in for Josh Knight again. Keller's going to keep his place because he's actually made some very impressive saves recently. So hopefully if Kelleher can keep this form up, he could potentially grow into a potential Premier League goalkeeper. Because at least he's hit championship level. And he's still got a good amount of years ahead of him of development. I am worried about Morgan Gibbs-White. I would expect him to play pretty well here. Though he's actually playing back in midfield. Is that Nick Powell? No, it's Joe Powell. Like we said, we are going to start positive. Their goalkeeper's already made an early save in the game. We're going to start positive and see how it goes. It looks like Millwall want to play possession football too, which is quite interesting. Their goalkeeper's got off to a good start. Their goalkeeper's got off to a very good start. 5 shots on target, and their keeper has saved all of them. Bird has a yellow card as well, very early on, which is extremely unfortunate. Another text highlight. And again, their goalkeeper is just getting in the way as Swansea lead West Ham. And now both my centre mids have got yellow cards. Barnsley lead Middlesbrough, and now Millwall have the ball. And we've tackled him and it hasn't mattered. And we've tackled him and it has mattered. Hugill, get there? No. Oh, what's Alpha about to do here? Nothing silly. Down the line. Not down the line. What are we doing? Berg's just absolutely hoofed it to the middle of nowhere. Logical. Melniker seems to have played very, very well for Millwall so far. And if they score on one shot, I'm about to be fuming. This is going to happen, isn't it? This is about to be one shot goal on an incredible flowing move. It actually is as well. Look at this. What a move. That is absolutely unbelievable football from Millwall. It's their first shot of the game, and Andros Townsend just pile drives one into the back of the net right before half-time. The game has turned. It has decided we are not allowed to win anymore. One shot. Can we do what we did against Luton, though? We gave up a goal there, and then we came back. We threw it away at the end. They clear it away. We're back, though, with Burke. They have everybody back. Sibley with a great ball to Alexander. Low ball in. Or penalty? No. No penalty. Okay. Check back. We do. Oh, why is it not showing new follower? Evil Carl, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. As can we get a goal on the follow? No, we can't. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. One thing I will say, for people who do follow, if you want to have a player in the save, let me know either sort of a name, nationality, whatever you want, and we'll pick out a regen player and we will rename them to whatever you want. Thank you very much anyway for the follow. If you stream as well, I'll absolutely check out your channel if you do happen to. And Millwall about to score another 70 pass flowing 1-2 beautiful move, or are we just going to let this guy run the length of the pitch? No problem. Yeah, cheers, man. Thank you very much. If you want to hang around as well, if you want to have a talk, you can absolutely stick around. You can watch me get absolutely smashed by 20th place Millwall, because look at that football. They've had 2 shots and they've both been absolutely beautiful attacks. It's been insane. The football they're playing is actually incredible. I'm not sure what's going on there. They are unbelievable. Everyone is just sad. We're in a situation where the team just can't be bothered anymore to play, so yeah, we have a problem. We're going to berate. Maybe that brings them round. It does. It's just every time Millwall get the ball, they just cannot be dispossessed. Hoof it up, win the header. Story half away, but I don't know at the moment. Where am I from? I'm UK, obviously. I don't know if you wanted more precise than that. I'm UK. I'm also not from Derby. Of course their defender gets in the way. Brown. Oh, goodness me. This game. Sometimes this game just winds you up. Because Powell just goes straight round. Oh, like the accent. You like the accent of frustration from the States. Fair enough. That's good too, man. There's, yeah, this is the accent of frustration right now. Of trying to make my team do anything. If this goes in, that's at the post. That's a rebound. It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. I titled the stream correctly. We can't keep winning. I was right. We haven't won a single game. And we're about to lose to 20th place Millwall. But fortunately, West Ham are going to lose too. West Ham have lost as well. But it's decided that December is going to be an absolutely woefully bad month for us. I don't know how we haven't scored in that game. They've defended like absolute champions and put 2 of the best passing moves I've ever seen in my life together. Anyway, yes, Carl, do you actually stream as well? Well, what kind of stuff do you stream? I'm definitely interested in kind of branching out into other games. Shockingly, nobody won. Brentford got a 94th minute equaliser, Brighton 0-0, and West Ham lost as well. So actually, we got away with that. Apex Legends. I've not played that game in a very long time, mostly. I've not played that one for a very long time. Used to play it, goodness me, would have been about 2-3 years ago, I think. I'm addicted. They're on to about, is it season 8 or something now? I was playing it when it was season 1. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been a couple of years ago, no. It would have been a year ago? Yeah. I've not played that one for a very long time. It does seem like quite a few people stream that game. It's 2-year anniversary. Oh, okay. Well, so I don't think it was 2 years. I think it would have been about a year and a half. I played it fairly early on when it just kind of had its base characters. I'm horrible at those kind of games, though. I'm absolutely terrible at them. Over on the transfer switches, poor results on the pitch. I gotta call it poor results on the pitch on the first. I want to chuck a load of money at a quick fix. First person shooters, I am terrible. I've played all of one Call of Duty game, was awful at it. Like, everyone else is out there being like, oh, my my kill to death, my KDR is like 5 point something. I'm like, mine's 0.05. I just stand there and take the bullets for the team. I'm the distraction. I'm like, hey guys, do you want to get kills? I'll stand here, they'll shoot me, you'll be fine. That is my tactical front. Let's look after that, I guess I'll click. Yeah, I'm trying. The only one I've played is Modern Warfare 2? Not 100% sure. I played that for a little bit, but I mostly just did the story mode, to be honest. So I did the story mode, and then I tried to play a little bit online. Yeah, exactly. Back then when you had no worries, yeah, you know, you were doing schoolwork, you did your homework in about 10 minutes and you were done. Or you just didn't do it because there wasn't really any punishment for not doing it. Like, yeah, you could just hop on, relax, and be absolutely fine. By the way, my whole looking down thing, I only have a laptop, so that's what I'm playing this on. And then I've got the stream manager on my phone. That's how well set up I am. So I may start trying to figure out how to stream on Xbox, but I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do a commentary over it and potentially also the camera, but I'm not so fussed about the camera. Because I'm kind of doing this to see how it goes, more than anything else right now. That's my beard. I do need a desktop PC, and it's something I want to do, but money is a thing. So, unfortunately, it may be some time before I do that. But it's definitely something I want to do. I will ask, since I'm playing a football game, do you actually have any interest in football, or was this just a sort of come by to have a chat kind of thing? Because I'm kind of intrigued of sort of how many people are actually here to watch what's going on, and then how many people are just here to, you know, have a conversation. Because I'm more than happy with either. Makes it a lot easier if somebody is actively viewing. Just chilling watching. That's absolutely fine. It makes it a lot easier to have at least one person in chat that you can actually talk to. Because when you sat here and you're kind of streaming to no one, you're trying to keep talking just to have it that there isn't absolute silence, and they aren't thinking, wow, they're boring, what are they doing? They're doing nothing. So you're still trying to talk, but half the time you're also not 100% sure what to say. So I'm just kind of sat here bambling? That's not the word. I can't even think of the word. You're just on about absolutely nothing. And babbling, that's the word. I know I added an N. And an M for absolutely no reason there. But I'll definitely check out your channel as well after I'm done streaming. Or whenever you're live. I'll come by and take a look. Although I still have a thing that Sundays on this game just take forever. I don't know why it's Sunday. "700 press conferences later." Hello. They're performing above expectations in 15th. Okay. I'd rather play him. This is a new question that I haven't seen. This is a new match. I'll be nice to the referee. And now another team in Germany wants Bird. No. That's not happening. Our football is different to your football. Yeah, I just keep going. I'm not a big chatter. That's fair enough. I think when you're playing something like Apex or you're playing Call of Duty, things like that, there's not so much downtime in those games. So you can kind of say what's going on, you can kind of talk about what you're doing, kind of thing. And of course, for me, what I've tried to do is use games that aren't graphically dependent. Because if I try to play Apex or Call of Duty on this laptop, the lag would be horrendous with streaming it as well. So I'm kind of keeping it to playing things like this, where it's not graphically dependent. And I'm very well. I'm actually quite a big NFL fan. So if you're an NFL fan, I can talk about that for ages. Especially with the season just finished, well, just finishing. There is a lot to talk about. You get to watch 22 tiny little figures run around a pitch and vaguely kick a ball instead. Which I think secretly is everyone's favourite little thing. Just watching tiny little figures run around a pitch. And the ones wearing the kit that you manage probably doing it wrong. Which is what's happening right now. Pretty good week for my loan players anyway. I'm glad they're doing well. My actual players doing terribly. The ones out on loan doing great. Bring on Portsmouth, who are already doing better than they should be, and the Bristol City are in pretty good form as well. We're just running into everyone at the wrong time. There we go, good chatting. Yeah, great chatting to you too as well. Thanks for the follow, and I will come by and check out one of your streams someday, whenever that may be. But cheers for popping in. Stop by again, hang on. Yeah, that's great. Cheers, man. It's always good to have. It's always get to know some people, get chatting with some people as well. Much love, man. And see you around. Thank you very much. As I try to figure out how to stop my team from losing every game. Do we try running goal? Kelleher's still been playing well. It's not really Kelleher's fault. I'm going to say go Dowder out for Osborne. Put Sabo back in. And let's stick with positive. Ishak Belfodil is a very interesting player to be coming up against. The goalkeeper's normally second in the line, so I'm confused why my goalkeeper's so far back. But whatever. We are starting to get destroyed by the 4-2-3-1 right now. It is starting to tear us apart. Brown did not enjoy that encouragement. For one reason or another, he was not having that encouragement. And we have now slipped off the top of the table for the first time in a little while. Brentford have taken the lead in their game and they've jumped to the top. The midweek game under the lights of Pride Park. And a very, very slow start. Because every goalkeeper just seems to be making great saves right now. Just getting frustrating. We don't like Anthony Taylor, apparently. He is a bad referee, according to someone. Was that the Reading game? I think that must have been the Reading game. Not Reading. Who was it? Who was it that we drew 0-0 with? And we had that goal disallowed. Well, that's an absolutely shambolic first half. We are just hugely struggling right now. We are in all kinds of trouble at the moment. Skellifer makes another save. And we slip out of the top two as West Ham take the lead against Middlesbrough. Although points off Middlesbrough is not a bad thing because they are a playoff contender. Luton take the lead against Barnsley. Those two both really outdoing themselves so far this season. Bird, ball in, please. Oh, come on! Barry was offside. Nothing is going in right now. And now it's a Portsmouth chance. Brown heads away, but it's not a good header at all. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Ball in, head up, 1-0 Portsmouth. I think we can forget it. I think we can just completely forget it right now. Nothing is working. We can't score a goal, and they get one chance, and it is straight in the net. We can't clear the ball either. We try. It's the same highlight over again. Look at the passing. And now, that's a calamity. That is an utter calamity. They scored twice in about 2 minutes. It's game over. I might as well bring Volks on, to be honest. But it is all going horrendously wrong. Every team we are playing is just putting the most spectacular passing moves together. And they're all down the bottom. I mean, Portsmouth aren't down the bottom. They're actually having a decent season. But we just cannot score a goal. Bird's got Osborne. Barry. Post. It's not happening for us. It's going to be a very long rest of the season, I fear. We are going to be in for a very, very long season right now. I'm tempted to turn to the 4-2-3-1. Osborne's ball in's headed away. I might turn to the 4-2-3-1. It just seems to be broken at the moment. We just can't challenge anything. I think it's going to get more out of Sibley. We haven't seen enough out of him as we just give the ball away again. They've given it back to us. Barry's got around his man. Saved, and we can't even get the rebound. Yeah. McGilvery's played an absolute blinder in goal. As just does everyone at the moment. Portsmouth might be about to make it 3 here. Just not sure what to do at the moment. We've got the ball back. Saba fires it to Barry, probably offside. No, he's not, and it counts. Okay. It's 1 back, but we only seem to be able to score when we're down by 2 at the moment. We cannot score just in a regular game at the moment right now. We're going to throw Codeman on, I guess. Hugo's in danger of getting booked, but honestly, do what you want, mate. Looks like Portsmouth are going to see it out. And again, we're the better team and we lose. It's 2 in a row. It's done that. Yeah, we lose 2-1. Ah, dear. It's one of those runs. We'll just have to deal with it. You just kind of have to put up with it, unfortunately. It doesn't really matter what you do. The game will just make you lose. So we're just going to have to deal with this run a little bit. We're still 10 points clear of Birmingham in 7th. going to send our assistant to that one. And now another German team are looking at Max Bird. Goodness me. Right, we're going to throw a new tactic in. We're going to hit the plus and create new. Still want to control possession. Still want to do that. And we are going to do 4-2-3-1. We're going to have... Osborne's not really a left winger. We're going to let him try, I guess. Barry's going to go up from Labber out there. Sibley goes here. And then we bring in Robertson into the midfield. And then that is probably how we will line up for games. We're also suffering a heck of a lot of injuries right now. Well, that's what we're going to start training. We're going to start training the 4-2-3-1. We are going to change it up. Chris Doig quite rightly was cagey there. I'd have been cagey as well. So he's taken that one pretty well. But we are in... We've gone from 10 unbeaten to 4 without winning. 5 without winning. It's 5 actually, isn't it? We've lost 3, drawn 2. As we get the youth intake, terrific group of players. Hey, White Baller, good to see you again. How's it going? At least one of our fullbacks as promised. Top prospect central field. Fine prospect striker. An English striker from the area. No great numbers, no defensive midfielders, no wing backs. We've got a fullback. I'm not bothered about wing backs. Goalkeepers are bad. We've got Paul Lowe. Centre backs. Again, we're alright at centre back though. The attacking midfielders aren't great either. Good, been streaming myself. Couldn't do any streams. Oh, that's cool. What have you been streaming? As I get the sun directly in my eyes right now. Thanks, sun. Just hit me straight in the side of the face. Look at that. Hang on a sec. I'm going to try and tactically use curtains where I might turn a bit red, but ignore it. A little bit red. I've run over my own wire. There we go. What kind of stuff you been streaming? As you can tell, it's all going horribly wrong here at Derby. After it was going so well. We haven't won in 5. Points clear at the top of the league. Streaming FIFA and FM. Not bad. How's it been going? How's the whole streaming experience? It's definitely an experience, to put it that way. Especially when your team just decides to be terrible. Have you been doing the, did you make a new save or have you been streaming your Stevenage one? Okay, so good, but I don't get any business. So it's difficult, definitely. Who's Jack Stratton? Oh yeah, I'd absolutely sell him. That's more than fine. I'll take a bit of money. I know where you're coming from with that. Most of the time when I'm streaming, I don't really have any viewers either. You have to kind of put yourself out there. So I find it really awkward, but I've made a Twitter for this channel. What else? Well, that's it really. I've made a couple other things as well, but I haven't really done them. Decided Valencia won first game of the season. We won 6-0, and I got Smith Rowe and a youngster. I mean, that's a heck of a start. I'll give you that. That's a very impressive start. Smith Rowe, good young player. Not a bad start, that. I get credit for that one. In regards to the no viewers thing, like, yeah, most of the time when I'm streaming, I don't have any viewers either. And sometimes you don't actually even know if you've got viewers. But I've got a Twitter for this, so I post there when I'm going live. And it's a lot about using hashtags, and it's a lot about following sort of the Twitter pages that are there for promoting channels. So you can, like, they'll put out a tweet saying promote your channel below or whatever, and you can just, like, link your channel in there, say what you do, stuff like that. I'm encouraged to answer questions on the match. Okay. So, whilst it feels weird, in my case, I'd be playing this anyway. So, I just thought I might as well make it a thing that other people can watch as well if they want to. So that's sort of how I've gone about it. Is this a match for Derby to park the bus? No! Yeah, quite the run of form. Yeah. It would be great to see Tom, even though I saw him for about 3 minutes. You can also do that as well. That's not bad at all, especially if you haven't sort of been really... if you haven't been, like, heavily advertising stuff, 13 is pretty good. So that's very good, actually. Until I started actually putting stuff out there, I streamed for about 2 or 3 weeks with no viewers and no followers whatsoever. So, if you've only kind of just started doing that and you haven't really been massively out there advertising anything, then that's really good. That's very impressive. I'm kind of I'm trying to get used to putting stuff out there and then also trying to go into other people's streams as well and support them back and that kind of thing. So at least if people see that you're being active and that you are supporting other people as well, I would like to think they're more likely to support you as well. So that's what I'm going with. Code Man, no! Oh, I'm getting so many injuries right now. It's actually sad. I was gonna say, how's the FIFA stuff going? What do you tend to stream with FIFA? I've completely fallen out of that game. Do I stream on OBS or stream Labs or something? I'm just using the Twitch stream manager. I can't remember what it's fully called. Hang on. Twitch Studio. So it's the one that's just free and attached with Twitch. I'm just using that. I may well give sort of Streamlabs or OBS because I have heard of them. And I do know they are quite common ones, so I might give them a go at some point just to see how they work out. But for now I'm just on Twitch Studio, which is a beta version. So it's pretty basic. If I do a career, because all my team's very frustrating. You are not wrong there. I think this is actually about the furthest I got into a FIFA this time on Ultimate Team. I actually did play it for like 2-3 months, and I'd had enough. I actually had to delete it because I knew that if I didn't, I would come back to it eventually, and I can't be bothered with that. So I just deleted it. And I always find, and you see people do say this as well, every year when FIFA comes out, the gameplay's actually alright. And it's actually quite enjoyable to play. And then every time they update it, it just gets worse. And by the time you get to like November, December, you've had enough. You're just absolutely done with it. And I've tried to play career mode this year, but the AI is just the same every year. I don't want to keep playing the same AI every single time. It just bores the life out of me. So FIFA's kind of gone by the wayside, and I've sort of had enough with that, really. It's a very frustrating game. You may see as well, I've just changed formation. This is literally for this game, because we haven't won in 5 and we've lost 3 of our last 4. And we have been really, really bad. I want to try and go positive again. I don't know if that's the smartest idea. We have no familiarity to this formation. We've been training it for about 3 days. But we need to do something. And I want to give Sibley more of a role to where he can actually get the ball a bit more. Because he hasn't played brilliantly this season. And he's still supposed to be one of our main players. So if we just match up to them, let's see how we go. But I'm not holding out too much hope at the moment. Though West Ham go behind, Brighton take the lead. Exactly. Like, well, to be fair, I got up to about 400,000 coins. But that's just because I got lucky early on. I think I got a Paul Pogba. I got a... What did I get? I got a one to watch Allen at one point, very early on. So they got me a lot of coins very early. And then I was sort of, I didn't want to buy anyone. Because I was like, well, I don't want to spend my coins on players. And then I didn't want to do any SBCs because I'm like, well, I'm not getting any coins from that. I'll just lose my coins. So I didn't really know what to do. So I kind of just used like similar squad. Oh my goodness me. I used like similar squads for a while. And then I kind of got bored of those, and sort of I'd be in a period of sort of sell, buy a new team, sell, buy a new team kind of thing. And by then I just got horribly bored. And the gameplay just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and so I gave up. And good save, Declan. Goodness, we are playing absolute... I'm going to keep it PG. I'm going to stop there. PG it up. Oh, of course, I've changed formation, so our set-piece defending's gone back to whatever the game sets it at the beginning. I just need an explanation of why we are so bad right now. What has happened? It's just been like the fastest turnaround ever. We've gone from being absolutely amazing, winning about 8 games in a row, to just... we can't do anything. We can barely score a goal. And we can't keep them out either at the moment. I'd love the game to try and explain this one to me, of why we're so bad now. Like, help. I was. Well, we went 10 games unbeaten, and that was sort of including some games at the back end of last season where I wasn't here. And then, what happened then? Then we lost to West Ham, and then we won, I think it was 8 games in a row. Since then, though, we have played 5 today. This is number 6. And we have lost 3, drawn 2. It's just chosen today to absolutely smack us back down to earth. Although West Ham are also having a pretty bad time right now. It's Brighton and Brentford who are the informed teams. As we're just going absolutely nowhere. I'm not going to bring on Will Volks. Like, I'm actually bringing on Will Volks. We've also had a lot of injuries recently as well, which haven't helped. I think this is actually a highlight. Please let us score. Please. One goal. All in. Hugh Gill. It hit the bar. Hull have equalised against Brighton. That's a positive. Oh, please. Oh, don't do this to me. What a pass. Oh, don't do this. Please, no. Please tackle him. Yes, go. Sabo, run. I know you're tired, but run. We haven't got another right winger right now. They're all injured. Hugill. O'Dowda. He's got nowhere to go, has he? He's done well, though. Behind ya. Penalty? No. Someone! I'll take it. I don't care. What was that? That goal was awful. I don't care. Saba has just kicked at it until it went in. That is an absolutely terrible goal, and I don't care. Oof. Finally. 5-game winless run is ended. Oof. That was scrappy without the S. At this point, the run we were on, I don't care how we score. So, happily accepted, I think, is what we'll call that goal. I think we'll also call it thank God for that. And bizarrely, it's taken us back to the top of the league from 4th. We're all on 47. Exactly at the halfway point of the season. We're all on 47. I really want to start playing online career, but I have no one who wants to play FM, so I can't. I have an online one with just a personal friend of mine that is, it's not a streamed one. But absolutely, if you want to, like, try and sort out an online one or something, we could certainly try and do something. I won't mind as well, like, I'll check out your channel as well. So if you are streaming at any point, I'll come in and sort of give you a view if you want, or like just keep things occupied. Because I mean, for me, it's a hell of a lot easier when someone is here. Am I really going to say we've surprised ourselves? Yes, I am. Was it no less than we deserved? No, we'll just say it was a joy. Delighted. Saba. There's a very good reason I call him Saba. I guess it's tried and tested. That was not tried and tested. That was the opposite of tried and tested. And now we have to play another team in the top 6. Which feels like it's kind of just coming along a lot. I was initially going to end the stream after this Bristol City game, but I think we'll do the Birmingham game. We're only at 2 hours. Entirely undeserved. Well, Lee, you were probably right, I'll be honest. That probably should have ended as a draw. That is ridiculous. And the fact that us, Brentford and West Ham actually have the exact same records as well. Those 4 losses have all come in the last 4. Those 3 losses have all come in the last 5 games, which has been a horrible run. So we've got to play on the Saturday, which is the 23rd, and then we'll have a Boxing Day game. So that's still a 3-day break. It's not too bad. I thought it was going to be worse than that for a moment. How long have you been playing FM for? On and off, my first Football Manager that I played was probably about, oh goodness, FM 11 or 12. But then there was some sort of in between there that I didn't play. Obviously, when I was younger, I didn't really play it properly. But I'd say I've played Football Manager properly probably from about FM 17 or 18. Probably FM 17. And then the last real successful save I've had was FM 18, where I started, I think, in League 2 or League 1, and I ended up managing Arsenal for either 3 or 4 seasons I managed them for, and I eventually won a Premier League with them. I didn't win a single trophy in the first, 3 seasons. I was doing a proper Wenger run. And then, I finally won a Premier League with them and left. And ended up in the MLS, which was a giant mistake, because Lord knows how that league works. I have literally not got a clue. Yeah, so I'm very on and off with Football Manager, and I had a save. I had a save in FM21, and I was playing it just by myself, and I got 2.5 seasons in, and I kind of just got bored of it, stopped playing it, didn't play FM for a little bit, and then decided that if I was going to start playing it again, I might as well stream it. So I just kind of stream this one, and then myself and a personal friend have got an online save that we've just started doing a few days ago. I assume that's Mansfield who have got a new board. They've severed a link. Okay, how long have you been playing it? Is it a game that you've sort of always played? Is it one that you've come across recently? Because it's certainly not an easy game. It's not like it's not a they've tried to make it more of a pick up and play game in the past sort of year or two. They have tried to make it a bit more simplistic if you want it to be. But it's not really a pick up and play type. That's more like FIFA. Is the kind of just put the game in, start playing sort of thing. This is this is either football or spreadsheets. This is Football Spreadsheet Simulator. I only started last year, to be honest. Watched James Wilcott play it and wanted to get it. I've definitely heard the name. I've heard of James Wilcott. I don't think I've really seen any of his stuff. But I've definitely heard of him. That's the thing with this game, though. I feel like this is very much a game where you need to see somebody else play it first. It's a very tough game to just download, start playing, do well. Because there's a lot of stuff to figure out within the game. And then it can just be naturally frustrating for the sake of being frustrating. So there is a lot of stuff to deal with. Like the Newcastle manager telling you he's unhappy with a player that you've got on loan not playing for the 75th time. He is determined to keep having a go at me. Tyree Wilson did well in the FA Cup. 2 assists. I'm not sure what to do with him. I don't think he's going to be good enough. His contract does expire. He's still got a bit of potential in him. Did a QPR from 27 years system managers that like football. Ah. Makes more sense. Yeah. If you can get people assisting you, then it is a great help. Actually, I was meant to check Newcastle. They're still in 3rd. Newcastle are still doing pretty well. They've dropped off, though, really. Quite a few losses in there now. Starting to go wrong for them. Man U and Chelsea are running away. Who are... Chelsea. I was about to say who are the title holders. It's right there. It's yeah, well, I would imagine it makes it more interesting to have other people putting input in as well. I know though that I'm quite stubborn with how I play single player games, in that I kind of play them in my way. I'm not used to having other people watching or anything like that saying what to do. So when I'm playing a single player game, I'm kind of like, I'm going to do it this way. And someone will go, no, you probably shouldn't do that. Do it this way. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do it my way. And then most of the time it doesn't work. So I'm trying to be a bit less stubborn. I've also noticed with Football Manager, Sundays take ages. Every other day is fine. Sunday, absolutely ages. For no reason. Other than there's probably a lot of games on a Sunday. But then there's a lot of games on a Saturday. So it is a bit weird. But we're exactly halfway through the season. And hey, heck, we're still first. Somehow. After an absolutely abysmal run. But hopefully our end of season run is like Millwall, Portsmouth, Bristol City. Because yeah, we lost to Millwall and Portsmouth, but we dominated both games. Millwall's was just one of the greatest team goals I've ever seen in Football Manager. And Portsmouth just had a big striker. So make sure that's yeah. So actually, you would have missed it the past few times. Morgan Whittaker, the striker we've got at Derby, who was sort of a backup to start with. He scored a hat-trick against Blackpool, it was, in the League Cup. So I thought, I'll start playing him in the league. I thought, you know, bit of form, good hat-trick. And then Louis Barry got injured as well. And he was out for about 6 weeks. So kind of thought, we'll give Whittaker a go. Whittaker started scoring loads of goals. Absolutely bags of goals. Yeah, guess what? Injured. Has been for the past 5 weeks. So I completely agree with you there. It does like to injure your best players. I've just noticed we're in for another really tough run. 2 away games in 3 days against 6th and 8th. Where's my nice comfy games? And by that, I know the last 3 were meant to be comfy games and we lost 2 of them. Bournemouth through, Everton. Oh, you're kidding me. If we could have got past Everton, we'd have played Colchester. And Man United 5, Liverpool 1. Oh, yikes. Okay. Man United. Terrifying. Manchester United always just become absolutely like Sir Alex levels Man United. Every time, every year, they just keep going. I'm surprised that Chelsea won the league last year, to be honest. They must have an unbelievable team as well. At least we get to finish off today with kind of a rivalry. It's one of the closest things we've got, unfortunately, this year, with no Forest and no Leicester, as they're both too busy in the Prem. We have to put up with Birmingham being our rival. And who else? Who was the other Midlands team? There's another Midlands team, and I'm forgetting who it is. It's not West Brom. It's not Villa. It's not Wolves. Who is it? I'm having an absolute breakdown here. I'm having a minor meltdown at trying to remember. Who's the other Midlands team? Coventry. That's who it is. Easily forgotten. Sorry, Coventry fans. You are easily forgotten. Maybe I should have finished after that Bristol City game, because there was a week until this one. I could have quickly gone through the week, and then we've got the Christmas period. I don't know. I may have botched that slightly, but it's fine. We've still got a load of games. Oh, shock. Arsenal beat Watford. We might start getting some extra money in soon, which is good. Potentially from Coventry as well, about 1.4 million for Yaku Mate. I think it was 20 games. So we're kind of close to getting a good amount of money in for him. So I think we've got about 6 at the time. So we can almost get how much slower this game actually runs when you're streaming than when you're just playing it naturally. Like the international breaks, I could get through them in like minutes when I was doing them off stream. And then you get like a week when you're on stream. And it seems to just drag. As I just keep having to stretch over here, this is fine, ignore me. We've also had the FA Cup third round draw. We are taking on Salford, I believe at home. Salford are in League 2 at the moment, so they are doing really well there. So that's going to be an interesting game. That should be next stream, I believe. Why does it insist on stopping when you've got nothing in your inbox? Is there like a setting I can do that makes it not do that? Like, don't stop when nothing has come up. It's just a strange thing with this game. From a second game, 2-0, so I'm not doing too bad. 2 wins out of 2, you can't complain about that. And you haven't conceded either. Praise your defence. As a former youth Sunday League defender, always praise your defence. Especially when they keep a clean sheet. That wins you the game as much as the player's scoring does. Doesn't really. The scoring wins your games, but just make the defenders feel at least a bit better. Why is this week taking so long? Come on, game. You can do it. I mean, I as much as I like reading first, I'd like to get to the game. You've got to enjoy reading first. Hey, Liberty. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I am a little bit red. Ignore that. Sun decided to go straight in my eyes. So the red curtain's been pulled across, which just makes me red. So you get the enjoyment, which I don't think is an enjoyment at all. Check Xavi Simons. He was good. Fun story about Xavi Simons. I am just. That win over Bristol City has taken us back to the top. Xavi Simons, I had him on loan at Cheltenham in the very first season. And he was brilliant. Got us promoted to League One. His contract was ending with Chelsea. I kept trying to offer him a contract. It wouldn't let me do it because he was on loan at me. And he left to the MLS. Of all places. The MLS. So, if I can bring him back at some point, it's now been a year and a half since he went. So, and I'm obviously now at a different club with a lot more money. So Xavi Simons might be somebody I look at to bring back. I'll have a look at him once this decides that it will let me look at something. But yes, I'm very aware that Xavi Simons is a very good player. Let's have a look. Or is this a different player? Hang on. This is Xavier Simons, isn't it? This is a different player. Oh, I've had a nightmare. I've had an absolute nightmare. This is a different player. Xavi Simons. Is this the Barcelona kid? Oh, this is the Barcelona kid. Right. Got it. I know who he is. On loan from Monaco right now. How long has his contract got at Monaco? The Tower jinxed says Sugar can't keep winning. That's why you've been losing. I'm not going to say it jinxed it. I'm going to say it's because I knew what was coming. I have played enough football managers in the past to know when something like that is coming. But also, I'm an idiot. I've just gone on a rant for like 2 minutes about a midfielder that I had, and it wasn't even the right guy. I've done great there. Xavi Simons would be a brilliant player to bring in. And I mean, I might be able to. Oh, yes. Oh, but wait, Birmingham have a new manager and yet they're 6th. I'm assuming their other manager went off to manage somebody else. Nope. We are not stressing about being top. There are 4 teams on 47 points. I'm not stressed about being top. We'll just hang around. This is fine. But, yeah, anyway. I hope you enjoyed me talking about the wrong player for 2 minutes. Yeah. I forgot his name was Xavier, not Xavi. I had a moment. Okay. I know who Xavi Simons is. He's the Afro kid from formerly of Barcelona. I did know. I just meltdown. Their names are too similar. I'm going to blame their parents for naming them really similarly. That's what they get. That's what they get for that. I think they're the same age as well, as the thing. They're like the same and they're both centre mids. They're like literally the same human. If they want to like not be the same human, that would be. Get to play bottom of the table crew. What is my game doing right now? There we go. My game was just having an absolute breakdown there. Oh, there we go. Goodness me. I thought I broke everything then. I went out a window to look at the something. I forgot what I was doing. I know what I was doing. Yeah, I windowed out to look at something and just I thought the game broke. Is where I'm going to hold that one. I thought I broke the game. We're okay. We're fine. We're fine. This is all fine. I might need to bring in another midfielder in January. Because if we're going to start playing 4-2-3-1, I'm going to need another attacking midfielder, which is making the Jason Knight sale look stupid. I'm not making myself look good today. It's not the best day for looking good. I've had more knowledgeable days, let's put it that way. Everything's just deciding to run 1 mile an hour right now. How'd the under 18s get on? How'd you do, boys? Yeah, lost. Are you bottom? Hey, you're not bottom though. Who scored? Oh, shot, Conan on. Ong is the type of player that's going to have an insane youth career and... Oh, with a televised game! Ah, great. Ah, great. So even less time to prep for the Blackburn game. Wonderful. Nice. Crew are slipping badly. Oh, that game's going to be horrible, isn't it? That game is going to be horrible tomorrow. How's everybody else got on? Sunderland 4, Southampton 3 in a weekend where like no one else scored. Brentford won, West Ham drew, Brighton won. Okay. That's not ideal. I just noticed that's deep lying forward. That's probably why he wasn't playing very well. Tempted to try it. Can O'Dowda even play here? He can. Okay. That's interesting. And then leave the rest. Alexander is 45 minutes. We had a week break, so should be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. This is fine. We're still going to play positive. We're going to take it to Birmingham. One change. O'Dowda, who had been in really good form recently, it's kind of dipped off a little bit. I'm going to give him another go. See if he can find a bit more of that form. As we start to go back around again. As we get the nice little we're on television package. Yeah, ignore that form. Ignore it. Ignore all of it. It is terrible. Please. Basically, I don't want to lose to Birmingham. Like, oh, goodness me. Oh, there's me saying I don't want to lose to Birmingham. Literally the first minute of the game, we're losing to Birmingham. First goal of the season! That's another Football Manager trope. Every goal you concede is the guy's first goal of the season. Oh, dear. We are in an awful run right now. Can I berate this early? Is that too soon? Apparently not. We just take ages now to get, like, a singular shot, which is bizarre. I don't know why it's taking us so long to shoot. There we go. That's one of the earliest we've had a shot. The struggle is real right now. Should we go attacking? This probably seems like a bad idea. We have just been absolutely terrible recently. No. They scored in the first minute. Guy's first goal of the season. A guy who's literally played the entire season in midfield. Simply, that's a ball and... Come on. That's such a good pass and such an absolutely terrible finish. And then straight from that... Oh, bring it down, man. Oh, there we go. That's better, O'Dowda. Barry? Saba? Someone? That's offside. Oh, no, it's not. Oh. Okay. I thought that was offside. We'll take it. I'm glad VAR's not here. We'll happily accept that. We're back level, which is something. See, a win would take us back to the top, but I don't think I'm too concerned about that right now. I think a draw in this game would be good, because Birmingham are good. Barry. Good run. Probably should have passed it to O'Dowda. O'Dowda had some space there. Attacking certainly worked better for us. I say that. I know what's going to happen here, though. Burke finds Saba. Use Alpha. That was not a great pass. I'd like to see Robertson just be a little bit more creative. Brown's got a good position, though. Brown... Ref? How on earth did Byram get the ball there? How on earth did Byram win the ball? That looked like a penalty. Brown's just fed up of everybody. Robertson's all the way over there. Barry! There we go. Louis Barry's finding some form again. That's good to see. Good ball in from Robertson as well. He shouldn't really be out there. But okay. Attacking has certainly worked. That change has been big. We needed that. Although, right on half-time, Brown should win that. Not a good header, though. And we need to keep pressuring them. Well in O'Dowda. Sibley's definitely playing better in that position. That's a ball. Win a penalty? No. Use Finlay. Finlay's got space. I just want him to be a little bit more creative. That's better. Square it. Oh, he skipped a challenge. Alfred just tried to score. I don't know why he's trying to score from that angle, but okay. Very good turnaround. Oh, it's always the worst. Yeah, you're right when it likes to target whoever's in good form. It's not even necessarily your best player. It's just whoever's in form. So like Barry was scoring for me, got injured, was out for about 5 weeks. And then Whittaker got into form, and then he got injured. Declan Rudd was being really good in goal. He got injured for about 5 weeks. We have just sort of been consistently losing players. Well, I was about to say that's our best passing move for a while, and then we gave the ball away. Awesome. Great ball, O'Dowda. Barry! Oh, nearly the hat-trick. Nearly a hat-trick. Neil Etheridge with the save. Back post. That was a good corner. Good header away. How have they scored? I'm sorry. If they score again, I've got questions. Good block on the cross. Is anyone in the middle? How's he kept that? How has he kept that? Crowley's destroying us, apparently. Now we might have some problems. Yeah. Now we've got problems. Well done, Robertson. Well away. Still coming back, though. If they score on if they score 2 goals on 2 shots, good tackle, Alpha. Terrible clearance. Can we stop giving it back to them? And they're in. Oh, thank goodness for that. They didn't score. Apparently that... Oh, there it is. I was going to say that didn't even count as a shot. I was confused for a moment then. Okay, they're starting to get some shots off now. Positive really didn't work, so I don't want to drop back to that. But we are now under pressure. Byron ball in. Bird away. We've got Saba there. He's got nowhere to go, though. Something to do him. Alpha's making a good run. Use him. There you go. Birmingham are very up and down right now. Robertson. Saba around his man. Oh, good save. Rebound. Oh, just put it in the net. Oh, come on. I've noticed this a lot more recently. That the defenders, especially the AI defenders... Go on, Alpha. Oh, good tackle. Oh, hello. Sibley, shoot. Robertson. Oh, come on. How many blocks? Brown. Oh, they've cleared it. How many blocks was that? Goodness me. That was an incredible amount of blocks on that attack. Even though O'Dowda's got the most energy, apparently he's been the worst so far, so we'll bring Osborne on. 18 shots, 9 on target. So they're 6 and 3. And it's 2-1. At least we're ahead, I guess. I'll say that. This could be trouble, because he is completely unmarked for some reason. We've just let him control that in the middle of our penalty area. What was that? That was shocking defending. We just let him control it in there, and Nagy just walked in untouched. But a game that we've absolutely, completely dominated, and it's 2-2. Oh, look, Birmingham have got Pochettino. That's Maurizio's son, isn't it? Osborne. Why is he trying to pass that? Just shoot. Oh, this is getting frustrating. I'm going to need a break after this. Osborne, square it. I'm going to need a break. I'm going to need a day off. Goodness me. What an absolute shambles of a match this has been. If they score again, please no. Thank you. Good tackle. Absolute look at that. I feel like every goalkeeper we come up against right now is just playing absolutely incredible. What is... I'm just fully questioning what on earth we're doing at this point. Out wide. Into the box. No. Robertson! Well then. You know what I said about first goals? How about that for a first goal? Oh, it's me complaining about first goals and we go and send that into the back of the net for a first goal. I'm actually going to bring O'Connor on. Because actually when he played in midfield previously, surprisingly good. And I know Barry's on a hat-trick, but Hugill it is. It still says 3-2, even though Birmingham have the ball. I feel for you. I think anyone who plays FM regularly, they know the pain. They've gone 4 up front. If they score again, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. Look at these stats. Thank God for that. Okay, we got through. An absolute thunderbolt from Finley Robertson wins us the game. We're hanging around, is the best we can say. We are hanging around. Somehow, we won and dropped down a place. Win and drop down a place. That is a rare feat that I'm extremely impressed by. Look at Sunderland. Sunderland are in some really good form. But that game was painful. Deserves a lot of credit. They somehow stayed in that game. How is that entirely undeserved? I know the pain. I've never done a successful save. It's been a long time for me since I had a successful save. I get about 2-3 seasons in, nothing's happened, and I just delete it. But so far, I'm finally having a good save. I thought we deserved more than that. Come on. What a comeback. Yeah. They didn't deserve their goals, let's be honest. And here's the old question. Subbing a player when he's on a hat-trick. I didn't think the game was won at all. Robertson actually scoring a goal is wild. But we're not going to discuss keeping him. That's where we're going to hold it. He got an assist as well, actually. I didn't even think about that. So Finley Robertson's staking a place in this team. The 4-2-3-1 is saving us a little bit now. Thank goodness. So, where's schedule? There it is. Today was less good. You can see it's very less green. Luton draw from 3-1 up. We absolutely threw that one away to a 92nd minute goal from James Collins. Brentford, we were just really bad. Smith throw a hat-trick against Real Madrid, 3-0. Goodness me. You get games like that sometimes, though, where you'll play like a mid-table team and they'll destroy you and you won't do anything. But then you'll play like an insane team and you'll just stroll past them. I suppose it kind of is a bit realistic, but it still feels stupid. It lost to Brentford, we were terrible. Brighton draw, Sam Gallagher is big. Millwall, we were dominant and just couldn't score. Portsmouth, dominant, they scored twice in 4 minutes. And then the formation change has thankfully brought about a little bit of a change in form. Crewe and Coventry in these next 3 games as well should be easier games. But I say that, we lost to Millwall and Portsmouth. So, that's where I'm going to end it today. Thanks for coming by. It was great having you back again. If you are streaming at any point, well, I'll pop by your channel anyway. I'll take a look and give a little follow. And if you do decide to start streaming again, then I mean, I'll hang about and have a look. But not actually a bad stream today. We've got a new follower. We got 3 people chatting. We're making progress. We had a raid yesterday. We had 3 people in today. We're making progress, and we're making progress in the save as well. So, goodbye, and thank you for hanging around.